Anyways,
unless you're at the LAN cafe, then you got to go.
Right. Then you got to go home. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I know Boris wants to get to lane. Okay, I'm done.
My gym plays that.
Yeah?
When it's, they play closing time.
When it's closing time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thought it was funny the first time. That's, got old pretty fast. They dropped it pretty quick.
I mean, oh my God.
Hey!
Dude, look at these guys. What is going on?
All right, win one game.
Jeez. That's pretty good. They're in good moods, it seems like. This Wind Ranger
that was
has
definitely
cool
a perfect party hat moment. I can't believe they didn't all bust out their party hats right there when they're behind that tower.
Fair enough. The party hat's pretty awesome. You know what I saw the other day?
What was that?
I played a CM game, and your clone that you summon gets the party hat if you press the party hat.
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah. Well, out across the map, 2 bounty runes apiece for both of these teams. And the Little Nick giant lane with Clockwork Visage. He's definitely been spamming this hero for a while. He knows it well. We'll see if he's able to stand toe-to-toe against Sammy Boy and Husky.
And we'll see how Husky does versus Clockwork. That can be a pretty annoying matchup for an AA. This guy's at 285 movement speed. And with a wind lace, it's 330 for Giant's Clockwork. So you got to be a little bit cautious here once the level 2 comes out.
What's dangerous, definitely. And particularly with Lil Nick in tow throwing out those soul assumptions, it is a lot of harassment that can very easily kill off Husky. He actually sees the battery salts wearing off, feels comfortable walking into the lane again. Mid should go significantly better this time for MTD. My God, that last game was rough to behold, and we'll see if he can do what he needs to. So far, so good, getting the harassment and pressure onto RCY, but now RCY gets level 2, immediately gets into that reactive armor. He'll be a little bit better for it.
Yeah, we'll see how many points he has to commit to. I feel like you might be able to get away with 1 to help your rotations out of the mid, but 2, it does feel nice. Doubles like all the benefits. You get the max stacks up to 20. It'll probably have to be 2, realistically. Wind Ranger can just poke you so much, especially if they're accurate with their power shots. But you can see the damage going right back.
If you're not careful, definitely runs into some issues there. Pulling the waves around as well, and down bottom, Giant takes a little bit of a stun, the cold feet. So I don't know if they realized it, but as you saw in that little interaction there, cold feet no longer is a guaranteed stun when you get any of these other stuns out, because they've been reducing the durations of stuns across the board.
I think you kind of do it like, it's good versus Clockwork specifically, though, I would say, because oftentimes cogs will happen.
Hyperion? That happens so quick, man.
Oh, that's a good hero. That's a good hero to get first blood on. I think 4 Venge is definitely legit if you get snowballing. I used to love playing support Venge with the support Alk as a duo. That was so much fun, Okay. You can really see the damage that Magic Missile can get going early on. Just like you just like Magic Missile people, and you just keep running at them with your Wave of Terror and right-clicking with your Aura. So much fun. But, of course, you don't have to rely on the Aura when you have a Dawnbreaker. Minus armor and the big, beefy swings from Starbreaker.
It's really good. And, of course, getting more and more points up in that Wave of Terror early can absolutely decimate people as, well, Giant finds him caught there in the cogs, throws a stun onto Little Nick, but the Soul Assumption still comes out. Eventually, Giant will be stunned too. Pops the salve, he's going to be going, and up top again, they're on to Boris. Still getting good hits into him too. Man, Io obviously has like the overtime heal to keep him stocked up, but the burst damage from this lane is really scary for even this combo.
Yeah, really both those side lanes. Like, Giant is essentially trading his HP for Sven's, which is just making it difficult for him to stay up in the lane and having a hard time sustaining every single time they go for these combinations.
Up top, they're going again. On to Boris. They find him. Is it going to be enough? Yes. Io cannot heal enough.
Every coin helps.
Yeah, part of it is the level 1 HP mana transfer is only 60%. So when he was salving before, it was pretty sad looking. You know? Just wasn't that great.
Yeah.
And then 2 points in the Wave of Terror. I mean, what does a gyro tend to do in the lane? Is take points in flat cannon and try and spam you out. Try and force you to leave the lane, but Taiga's hitting him with his Wave of Terror. Just reducing that that big blanket of spam.
Yeah. Oh, it's really nice to do that. They will manage to try and go for a pull, it looks like, up on the top lane as RCY continues to just trade hits with MTD, but with 2 points up in reactive armor now, it's significantly harder for MTD to get effective trades out. Guys sitting just with 10 armor naturally. And up top, again, no, they're fine.
Should be okay. Yeah, I think 2 points reactive is like guaranteed you can't die. Like, it just... You have to mess up pretty bad to die with 2 points.
They're bullying him off the wave completely. Dude, he's stuck. He's dead. Boris is going to need to, I think, TP out of here?
Not for 20 seconds.
And now instead they turn their sights onto Empyrean. This lane has gone so poorly. My God. They'd even bring through Husky for this one. Empyrean's dead, and yeah, I mean, Boris is still running around. 5 seconds left before he has that TP ready. Does not have enough mana at the moment on Dawnbreaker to go in for a hammer hit.
He is soul.
Now he does. Okay, soul ring, and done. Wow, top is devastating. Dude, I want to play this lane later. Get me in the Dawnbreaker game.
Ooh, I do like Venge. All right, I'm in. Yeah, it's pretty painful. 4-0, up one game. The gold lead not spiraling out of control like last game, though. We can always compare to that because that was a bad time. And overall, the gold is actually great for these dire cores because although the kills aren't going their way, the last hits are. They are still totally fine and up there. So it's not a complete disaster. Keep in mind the Sven, I think he's been spending a bit on regen or something here because he's still relatively poor compared to how many last hits he has.
Right.
And we got 12 denies as well for Lil Nick. So he is certainly holding the actual valuable creeps, and Samson must be doing a little bit of jungling here.
Absolutely. No, it's true, and that part at least is pretty nice. And of course, the other thing that you have to keep in mind is that eventually Boris will be able to retreat back and head into the jungle. But for the moment, at least, getting ready for Wisdom Runes. Husky already set in position. And they're just giving up the other one as Sammy Boy has been left completely alone on the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, Giant in need here too on this Clockwork. Still just level 3 right now. I mean, he's almost 4, but can't even get there in time for the stack. Try and leech some XP from somebody later. Bit of a tough time.
There's the double.
I guess AA, you can basically make all the same arguments, though. I mean, he was also only level 3 at that point, or maybe he was just 4. But you also really need that early 6. You can just immediately start grabbing some quick kills. How fast is he? Ooh, not fast enough.
No Chakram, though. They had just used it on RCY, but doesn't matter. It's still slow enough there. They can secure, they get the kill. 3 points up and stun for Taiga.
Yeah, I think that third point did it. You kind of needed everything there versus Windrun. Just to make sure you actually get the cold feet.
He has the Crimson Guard queued up on Taiga.
Very solid. Visage, Gyro, Windranger. A really good game for it. Kind of hard to get as a support, obviously. But, you know, if you get First Blood and your lane goes pretty well and it's that valuable, you can opt for it.
Yeah, why not?
Feels kind of bad to not have mobility on Venge, though. I will say that. Mobility can make a big difference on this hero, like a 4-staff or something. Or obviously just like going all in for the Ags can also be pretty powerful since it is kind of like a refresher when you're just dying in fights. And we all know one thing about Taiga is the guy is really good at dying, you know? Nobody dies like Taiga on OG. That guy was just feeding everywhere for the team.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that always want to fly energy.
Oh, speaking of, Taiga throws one stun. Now Lil Nick shows up. Chakram out. RCY in trouble, but the turnaround, the heal, is it going to be enough? RCY gets power shot.
The shot.
for the finish. Little Nick, he's in some trouble. Sunlight now has to back away. Another round of Shackle waited for that lineup, and it was perfectly timed. Sunlight. It's going to be some retribution for Boris as they take down that Dawnbreaker.
That is insane. They just got a double kill on a Gyrocopter and a Wind Ranger in 9 minutes. That is so bad. Like, that's bad news for Wildcard. These are two heroes that do so much with gold at this point in the game. He just got a Maelstrom on Wind Ranger. She was in struggle mode a little bit, right? Like, she was doing great on the last and stuff, but she's a Wind Ranger. She needs these items so bad, and the change is just so much. Maelstrom. So now when you go to the jungle, you can get some really solid farm. And has the Fairies Trinket.
I mean, he's looking pretty monstrous, but wait, what? Oh, the miscue, the Chakram, he didn't swap quickly enough. Oh, you wish you could get that one back.
That's pretty tough. That was a freebie. He's not saying anything yet, though, in case AA is 6. You know, he's checking his scoreboard right now. He's like, do I have to, can I go there?
Yep, exactly.
He didn't want to throw any voice lines just in case.
Oh, man, you really wish you could get that one back, because like you talk about, that was the hero just sort of starting to snowball it. No such luck.
Man. Now, we'll see if they can continue to do that with Wind Ranger, though, because it's so important. And she's trying to bait out her gyro right now a little bit. See if she can find a shackle here, but I mean, this is what's nice now with heroes like Wind Rangers. You can TP up here, see if the play works. It doesn't. Now she can do the twin gate play. And Husky is going to come through. He does scan.
They have a ward.
Oh, they're just going to run into each other.
Yep, they're on him. Ice Blast at the ready. Stun is there, and Mega Done.
Did he? Did he? Look
I don't know if he didn't
Did he see Husky?
I don't think so.
I don't think he did.
Wow.
It's a little rough. It was a bold attempt.
Oh, it was.
I guess recognizing that sort of pressure that we're talking about for a Wind Ranger to go and get for those kills. But that was intense. Maybe that double kill just held her back. Gave him too much confidence.
Absolutely. Yeah, got to get back on the feet. Makes sense there. Still,
right, Wind Ranger.
My God. So very farm gyrocopters, you can see, fastest in this patch. But the question is he going to be able to do the carry things that he needs to in this game? Because they have a lot of ways to set up Ice Blast hits. And Empyrean, I don't know if he's going to be able to save him. We'll see if it happens, though.
Hook shots here. Hits.
Do have swap a little ways away. Stun, Ice Blast. Is it going to be enough to hit Boris? He's gone. Just like that. And not able to save him with Empyrean. And then the TP away. Does he manage to escape? He will. Oh, that one hurts.
That was insane. A mistake there with the doubling up of the shackle, unfortunately. Kind of caught him at the same time as the missile. Was just hoping for like the mini stun or something. It was going to be enough damage, but it was not. And has a healing Lotus left there too. So Sunlight looking to push. I mean, it's at 18, 14 HP now with this Echo Saver. That might be one of the last chance you're going to have a good opportunity to kill Sunlight.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to play into that at the moment. And yeah, you have this gyrocopter that's getting very farmed. You look at Boris now in the jungle, getting what he can out of this, but you also have a very farm Sven, and naturally Warcry is a good answer to this hero for a very long period of time.
True.
No, it's scary.
At least, you know, you are going to have the Aghanims, and you're going to have the crit, and Sunlight is a strength hero, so the armor isn't too ridiculous. Maybe if they could get some minus armor, that would really help. I mean, you have a Visage with a Solar Crest. Maybe you try and target the Dawnbreaker specifically to utilize that side gunner as she tries to bully your gyro. Team's coming.
Stun. They get one. I don't think they can fight this.
It's too late.
They still have AA Blast in the hole waiting to go.
They could try fighting after this God Strength with the relocate, maybe.
Okay. Taiga doesn't have swap for 30. It looks like they're not interested. Oh, maybe.
No, MTD sees this double shackle. He wants it. He's just looking. Oh, but then he gets hit.
Dude, they're baiting. Tower down. It's a Vanguard on Venge. I mean, yeah, you're comfortable. He doesn't care. He's like, yeah, I'll walk up this hill. I got a Vanguard. What are you gonna do to me? Uh-oh.
We can do
Maybe they're gonna do that.
Husky, you do not have a Vanguard.
No. Thought about swapping him, but as soon as the focus fire comes out, they call it off. And RCY, he's gonna get a haste rune.
Oh, almost.
Swap? No, not doing it.
All right. Sunlight has the has the ultimate back up as well. So if they try and make a play onto Samsung with like a smoke into the jungle, they have to be concerned about that. If you try and make a relocate play, also that. But it goes the other way too. If Sunlight tries to get aggressive, maybe the relocate comes through. EMP just coming to look here for the wisdom rune, but looks like it was already taken by his own teammate, I think.
Love to see that. 15 minutes. Smoke.
Oh, sorry,
Time to
not
go.
his teammate. My brain is melting. Yep, no.
Oh, no.
Sunlight took it.
Nope. It's all good.
So 1 for 1. And they are, in fact, not on the same team, as cool as Dawnbreaker and IOR.
I mean, they should be, always. Just feels like it fits.
It seems thematic, you know.
Oh, are they following the gyrocopter courier?
Oh, that's a good ward.
They find him. Dude, that was his Aghanim Scepter being delivered. They have done such a good job of hunting Boris.
Tumblr's toy, baby. Still busted.
It's very good. Man, 4,000 gold lead now. And Wildcard,
Nick.
find another. They just keep finding these kills. Wildcard are playing such clean Dota right now.
They just hit their timings really nicely. Like when they have some sort of an advantage or something powerful that they want to use on the map, they just get it done quick.
Yeah.
Whereas that's something that they're struggling with on the goons. Feels like they haven't really. I mean, they actually haven't found anything really since that fight mid. Like, they got them their 2 double kills. Other than that, they picked up a couple kills in this, but everything is flooding the way of Wildcard, and that Sven's just getting bigger and bigger. He's at a huge point right now with this Mask of Madness, Blink, Echo Saber. He does so much damage if they happen to get into a fight. But Boris is in full-on gyro mode right now with, you know, respawning, getting the Ags going with the Chrysalis. This is when gyro feels the best at the moment. And in combination with an IO, of course, you can take these fights, but they have no relocate setups right now. Do they have max shackle yet? They have 2-point shackle because he really needs wind run. Fair.
I mean, I think
that's your setup.
The issue that I feel like with him is that he has to get a BKB, because if like Venge stun goes out onto him, he just dies. You know, AA blast coming in immediately afterwards.
Yeah,
they've consistently he has to have BKB.
They're gonna try a backstab play here onto these two pushing up top here, hoping that it's more than just Husky. They flare into the jungle to check, see if they can find this Sven.
Well, they're just going to get the AA. Throw an Ice Blast before he dies. And Samson thinking, looking, wanting, jumping. Oh, but he gets it off. Now looks for the cleave, and it's almost enough damage. Pulls back in MTD,
Whoa!
but does not yet have what he needs. Did have another stun in a second, but won't go for it.
I don't blame MTD for being afraid there.
Samson? Homie.
Oh, that was
homie.
close. Oh!
And RCY. All right, Wildcard, what are you guys doing? What is actually happening right now? Dude, what are you guys doing?
Ooh!
Little Nick with the bird drop. Wildcard. Gentlemen? Samson, don't go back in. Don't go back in. Don't do it.
Stun,
oh God!
Stun!
Oh
do
my
it!
God.
Do it! Pressure!
Oh my God!
Oh!
Dude! Why? Stop coming in! It's not working. It's not the way it's supposed to go. How has this gone so poorly? I cannot believe what my eyes see. Husky, just walk away. Just get out. It's not gonna happen.
Look, save your buddy syndrome's contagious. That's why it's such a horrendous affliction. You know, it can get anybody. You can be a Herald, you can be Guardian, You can be playing the TI qualifiers. Save your buddy syndrome. It knows no bounds.
These guys are
There's no known vaccine. There's no cure, Lyrical. They've tried everything for years.
I mean, the thing that's crazy about that, though, is that wasn't even save your buddy syndrome at that point. Their buddy was dead. They just kept running in. Oh, man.
That's insane.
And now, American Goons get Roche.
How does this feel so much like last game now? Just out of nowhere, where it's just like, oh, it's not looking good. You're in a bit of trouble. They've got a pretty good edge. And then just like, oh, our advantage is gone.
I mean, look at the graph real quickly. Like, obviously, we see the win probability and all the things according to that. But that is what that gets you. Those last couple of minutes were just literally running at them. Oh, yikes. Wow. Trent, I don't know. That's a tough one.
I want a game 3, man. Come on.
Let's
feel
go.
for them
Game
after that
3.
game 1. Like, I want them to come back in this game. I still think it's tough. I think that their Wind Ranger isn't quite where she needs to be because she's a Wind Ranger. She always needs more. But perhaps they can find a good BKB play. That's a tanky hero. I don't think the old Timber Saw is the play. He's just a bit too beefy. But Gyro's BKB's up. They have 4 minutes of Aegis. He has the spark of courage. Is he courageous enough to cross into enemy territory? That's the question.
I mean, he might be. I think that they're feeling like they want to get aggro. I mean, again, last game, you think about how strong Boris looked, and it was obviously needing to delay the game out. Very different hero on this gyrocopter. Wants to be playing aggressive, wants to fight, get all that good stuff going. We'll see if he can make it happen, though.
Sunlight, though, you know, the Deso is up.
Oh, yeah.
That's a scary hero with the Desolator. You get a couple heroes inside that hammer.
Smoke.
Sven comes in.
Sunlight reveals. Giant.
Oh, what a good hook.
Shot. Gets 2. Shackle onto 1. Samson backline. He's on the little Nick. Do they have enough damage? Ice Blast. It tries to land. Connects. It gets onto Boris. Can they find any more, though? Taiga's already dead. They don't have the follow-up. And after what happened last time they went in like this, feeling a little bit gun-shy.
Oh, what a hook shot, though. Locking down the Venge and the Dawnbreaker. That's the thing about, you know, you get Venge stuck in there. Who's she saving? Who's she swapping out, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
And the AA, the one thing about this hero, too, is the level 12 is a big advantage. Like, the level 1 ulti just doesn't feel that great. You know, you get double the damage per second, which can really help out and just trying to get that final little bit of damage out as well. Plus, the cooldown is now linked in there, too. So I think he used to be 40 at all levels.
Yeah. It can definitely make a big difference. Giant with the tip now on to Venge. Interesting. They do have that Crimson Guard completed to help mitigate the damage. They still, I think, in a lot of ways for Wildcard, have a bunch of very ooh, nice dodge.
I don't know if you wanted that. He dies me inside. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Timber was right there. Like, Giant's dead.
I mean, they did have the relocate coming in, which they actually ended up using there, but I agree. It was definitely going to be the death of the Clockwork at the very least.
Yeah, maybe they get something good out of it, but I think that was probably best that he missed that one.
22 minutes now. 14-14.
Sunlight.
In trouble. Dead.
He used Solar Guardian.
Yeah.
He tried to take flight.
Did not happen. I don't know. They feel a little rattled on Wildcard right now. And American Goons, they're putting the pedal to the metal, keeping this pressure on.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering what when Lil Nick does. He is saving for the Ags, but it can be a bit hard to like. I feel like you want a big spike now. Maybe if he gets a couple kills here, he can get it pretty quick. But I wouldn't mind him grabbing something a little bit smaller. I guess it's hard to do at this point in the game, though.
Another smoke up. American Goons hunting by the Ancients. Now, there is also the play from Wildcard. They won't. I don't know if Wildcard are going to find anybody. It does look like Giant is going to be the person they run into right here. Goes forward, finds the stun in a moment. They have the swap. Oh my god, they're not going to get him. Giant, you monster. Instead, hunting, looking for MTD on this Wind Ranger. Don't get that either. Really good play by Giant. Nicely done to get out of that one.
And then a picks of a smoke right after there as well. So only 30 seconds till hook shots back up. They can just regroup and go for a play.
These moves.
And they have a Silver Edge as well onto Boris. So, I mean, it can work versus Timber, theoretically. If you get off to a good start in the fight, it can be one of the ways you can help kill him. Obviously, it doesn't get rid of any stacks that he has, but it stops new ones from forming. And it could save you from the spend. So a real opportunity, or a real possibility that kind of saves your ass in a fight, and not bad versus Dawn either.
Yeah, no, I'm here, yeah. Lil Nick runs in, finds Samson. Can't get him, though. Meanwhile, down bottom, Taiga, he's going to be the one that's found. And does have swap available. Swaps down to the low ground, catches a couple there, and actually this fight ends up looking good. Ice Blast coming through. Will it be able to connect? It gets onto Boris, but Samson can't quite get there in time. Chased down, looking for Giant, swipes him out. Samson has another Blink Dagger in a moment, finds Boris. Ice Blast wearing off. Does have the turnaround as well as the invis. And Samson now has gone in a bit too far. He gets taken out. Giant
How is
gives
Nick
him
still
the
alive?
Stone form, yeah. Pretty good stuff. We will get punished in the end and taken down. So 3 for 2.
This guy's just getting multiple stone forms off in that engagement there. Try and delay that a little bit longer by the looks of it there.
That was the resummon, so 80 seconds until birds are back up.
Okay. So almost a minute there when he respawns. And still a while until the potential for Roche, probably why they were okay taking this fight and spending a lot of their resources well on the dire side. And then the death onto Samson too as he's chasing that gyro. That is particularly painful for them. So just another win here for the most part, I would say, for the dire.
Well, very even game. And, I mean, after the game got a little bit nuts, is queued up and just finished buying a Midas.
There it is.
As MT is trying to get into that nullifier. So, yeah, looking for the scaling.
Just get items, or sorry, just get levels is what I meant to say. That's the main thing about the Midas, right? This feels really good.
Yeah.
So, don't hate that. He has been super solid on the Ice Blast, I gotta say. Husky has been doing everything you could ask, I would say, in this game, on this Ancient Apparition. It's really showing to me the importance of the Faceless Void and why it works so much better. It's not about hitting the Ice Blast, not just about hitting the Ice Blast. Like, he's been doing a really good job of sniping them with relatively weaker control elements here on the side of Wildcard. What's happening is that he's hitting Ice Blast onto 3 or 4 people, but they just run away. And teammates aren't finishing them off in time. There's wind runs, there's stone forms, there's Io Gyro. So it's that commitment of like, yeah, I've hit the Ice Blast, but we also have time to actually try and really fast. But they don't even have that little window.
Well, and maybe that's going to be when he eventually gets into that shard. That can be the thing that helps him out that much more too, right? You get that free cold feed on there. Could be pretty good, but a smoke up now. Oh, excuse me, not a smoke up, just Ag's Visage looking for a pick off. Doesn't look like they're going to find anything. 2 minutes till Roche will respond. Wildcard just trying to hang on to this area. Man, what a game.
Yeah, this one is very much about the jump right now. If it's a good hook shot, then they have a good chance, but the answers are eventually going to come out, I would think. But I say that, and really, Taiga, he's going Ags, and Husky went Midas, so there actually isn't a Force Staff still. They'll have to kind of fight their own way out of this one. It's getting a lot of value to this Clockwork.
Wow.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's one way to do it. Little Nick back behind the tower here.
Oh,
and smoke break. Samson knows. He finds him. Oh, that is painful.
They are so lucky that is a late spawn.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, they are going to be very happy about that one. The tip afterwards coming from Samson. He did get tipped last time by the other team. There's maybe a little bit of some thoughts going on in this as Taiga, Sunlight, try to chase down Empyrean. Can't quite get in range, though.
Talking about ways to start a fight, though, for the goons, it is Giant, so it is a solid pick-off. Makes it very hard for them to immediately just jump back in. You're kind of counting on MTD to hit some crazy shackle or something if you want to do something after that. MTD thinking about the nullifier. Try and reduce some of these overall buffs that you're getting, namely the war cry, obviously going to be reducing a lot of the potential damage you're going to have. And then just getting some flat, raw damage added to yourself as well, but...
Oh my God,
Roche is coming. Husky comes through. He missed.
Giant, he didn't get it. Taiga there, stunned now onto MTD. Looks forward. Is it going to be enough damage? Samson looking to take him down. RCY, Timber chains through. Ice Blast had already been used, and well, it's Little Nick that is doing a ton of damage. Roche is respawning. They're just chasing, but they can't keep up with that gyrocopter. Sunlight now turning onto the Visage, trying to take him out.
Vessel?
Almost enough damage. Will it be enough for the kill?
Samson.
They try and get it, and Samson's dead. Oh my God, for Wildcard.
This Vessel's owning.
For Wildcard, that one's gotta hurt. RCY does look like he's not gonna be able to escape.
Giant's my goat. Dude.
Unbelievable.
That Vessel did so much.
That's crazy,
Like,
man.
Vesseling Sven, Vesseling the Timber, chasing them down. Nice lifesteal, nerds.
Look at that damage. Oh my God.
The way that MTD played that fight was so sick, because he starts running towards the Roche with his BKB going, and he kites them all over towards Gyro, and then he runs out. So like right here, Giant missed the hook shot, bad start, and then MTD just gets stunned up, and you're like, oh, he's gonna die. Maybe they're like throwing all spells during BKB, and he just walks them over to Boris.
Yeah.
Who that's that big damage. That's the 10k damage right there when he's just wailing on everyone. But then I thought like, oh, okay, this is looking that good because they haven't finished them off, right? Like they're chasing this Gyro, but then Giant, he comes through again and he just starts wailing on them with the Spirit Vessel. Not allowing Timber to do his thing with that reactive armor. And he doesn't have an answer. He doesn't have a Dispel. The defensive items are so lacking right now for Wildcard. We don't have Force Staff saves versus Clockwork. We don't have Dispels. And despite Taiga kind of funnily going for the super early Crimson Guard, which you think of as like, oh, he's going mega defense, but after that, he wants his eggs.
Yeah. No, it's true. And I think the other issue that you've got in this one is that fight, the way that it started was just so chaotic. If you think about the way Wildcard won a fight, it's double Blink Dagger from Sven and Timber. Like you're talking about, if they can't blow somebody up at the start, it's a bad fight.
Yeah, you don't want to be chasing a Wind Ranger, that's for sure.
No. Man, BKB's also proven their value in this one, but 31 minutes in now and still a very even scoreline in terms of kills, in terms of net worth. It's just going to come down to play. Nullifier on the way out right now for the Wind Ranger. Now, Holy Locket going to be online for Empyrean.
Can I just say that I think that all of the IO players are in a conspiracy to get Spirits buffed?
Okay.
I don't think there's no way Spirits are bad enough that you don't take the 1 point for the random scouting. Like, surely.
Jump in. Stun. Done. Pull back another. Finds him. MTD. Gone. Little Nick maybe in trouble too. Boris, he went in for this one. Now finding him. Doing what they can. The buyback is there. Ice Blast has already been used. 30 seconds on it. Sunlight needs to run away. Boris is doing a lot of damage, but now out of mana. Taiga getting burned. They have to just run away. And Husky's actually dead too. So that's a dieback for him. Boris is too big.
All right, Samson gets out with the kill and the wave and the blink. Yeah, Boris is a massive problem right now, and that's definitely the issue. He's got Elven Tunic and Butterfly.
Yeah.
And this Samson's got to be looking at MKB and like, do I have to do it?
Yeah.
I mean, do you have a choice? I guess you just have to play really well with your cleave.
I mean, you could go Bloodthorn maybe, but like against both Wind Ranger and Gyro, I feel like you have to get MKB. There needs to be something.
So bad.
You got to get something.
Why doesn't the Atos give accuracy anymore? You know, come on. Hell,
Back in the day.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Oh, man.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Well,
attack.
33 minutes in, and now
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
American Goons looking to go high ground. Stun is there, chakra him out. Boris, not the end of the world if they get this lane of racks, but obviously you don't want to give up anything. 13 seconds till AA is back up again. RCY takes the magic resistance talents. Crimson Guard popped. Keep these buildings more alive. Taiga still 1,500 gold away from the Aghanim Scepter, but there's the swap out, the stun, taking him down low. Boris gets the cheese up. Oh, the survive is there, but then the damage of the Ice Blast coming through. Will it be enough damage to take him down once? Yes. Can they find more? Sunlight has to get out. MTD is in no man's land. The blink back from Samson didn't want to get caught because when Boris is back, he hits hard. They have 29 seconds until the next Ice Blast.
Yeah, that's really their moment, isn't it? Maybe we can commit onto Boris and find something. Oh, so much spent there. Is this game fully in their control? We got to find some options here for Wildcard. It really is what you said, though. They got to get back out on that map. They got to go for another Ice Blast play and see if they can get a few more charges of damage on this poor Desolator. You know, these Dawnbreakers been spiraling out of control here, but Sunlight, well, he hasn't found the Dawn quite yet. Boris inching onto the high ground.
I think that they can go. Ice Blast is there. It's scary, but they have the swap ready. Can't get in range. Oh, they wanted it so badly. Oh, man, that is frustrating. You talked about the mobility from Venge and how nice it would have been. They could have just gotten that swap off. Maybe you have your moment there.
The tumbler is not quite enough, huh? You
see the Timber Saw. Don't see the rest of the heroes behind him. And a full Shiva's Guard. Okay, that makes a difference.
Yeah, very good versus this Io Gyro combo.
They don't know yet about
Spear,
the
though,
Lincolns.
for Boris. Wow.
I mean, he wasn't showing any components of that, so that's going to catch them completely off guard. Taiga breaks smoke, drops down a ward, jump, finds him right at the start. Stun is there, trying to save Sunlight, but they can't do it. Ice Blast out, now tries to connect. Do they have enough for the control? Boris is there, healing up, doing a lot of damage. And Empyrean almost dead.
Oh,
they can't
if he
do it.
lived.
They don't have enough. They don't have nearly enough. This is complete devastation. RCY is going to die. Samson didn't have any way to get into that fight either.
He just got pushed out. He couldn't get back into the fight. And again, his damage numbers are going to be nuts. For a 36-minute game, he's got to have some big numbers. The big stats for Boris.
Radiant's middle barracks are under
Oh. Might as well be dead. All of the racks are fallen. And the American Goons taking down Wildcard here. I mean, realistically, this should be the end of the series with American Goons winning. But they were able to salvage it on Wildcard, now staring down Mega Creeps. This has got to be a scary situation for Wildcard.
Thinking back, just like, ooh, pretty glad we won that game one, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
The flares are flying right now from the overclocking giant, beating them back and towards their base. They're going to try, though. They're going to see if they can find some solution here. I'm not sure what that is from Wildcard. All right, well, to start with a Tormentor. That's one way to go about it.
Oh, yeah.
Goes to RCY. We got a bit of flamethrower action.
Oh, man. Gets a tier 4 here at least. Sven actually passes that one over, it looks like. But, I mean, did end up going in for the harpoon. Boris now has a Trickster Cloak on top of the Butterfly. So evasion out the wazoo up to 35%. 46%, excuse me. It says something different on my screen. This is pretty devastating. No way to break that at the moment.
The wind run is kind of cool too because it has the debuff of reducing physical damage.
Yeah.
The debuff of increased slow and then reduces the enemy physical damage. So even if they have an answer with to your wind run, like cleaving, I would assume that should get reduced. Like if he's hitting off someone else, right? That would work.
Sure.
That sounds like it makes sense.
I mean, it's physical damage. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think the other thing that I'm a little... One way that you kill Boris in this game, and that's a, like, swap stun into burst from Timbersaw paired together with Shiva's Guard and an Ice Blast all on him at once. And Boris has already come up with the solution to that, having this Lincoln Sphere. So I don't know if you can actually kill him. I don't think you can do it. And he certainly can't once he gets this Aegis. 1 minute and 15 seconds till it's going to be up.
They actually can't pop his Lincolns, can they? I'm trying to think of a way that you could do it.
Cold Feet?
But even, like, the range on that, like, I don't even think that's going to work. Like, if he gets in range, then they'd have to do it with him and Veg at the same time somehow to get the swap. Like, I'm trying to think, how do you pop it, I mean, like, to not get swapped? Or, sorry, to hit the swap, and I actually can't think of one.
Yeah.
That is very annoying.
Well, Taiga scouted that they're over there, but can't do anything about it. Roche is going to respawn on the south side of the map. So they're in position over there.
What an insane Lincoln's pickup.
Yeah.
I actually... Gyro pick or a player would pick this up, unless they're so big-brained. It's a really hard spot, I would say, in this game. Because he just recognized the one way I die, like you're saying, is if I get swapped in. And I'm just going to make sure that doesn't happen. But he had so much gold, and he was just slaying so hard that he had to be thinking things like, I'm all the damage for my team. Do I have to go Satanic, or do I have to go just raw more damage as well? And he's like, nah, just Lincolns. I'll be...
All right, this smoke is mega scouted. They know exactly what's happening. Yeah.
Look how Lil Nick's playing,
although they do get an interesting angle here that's broken. Oh my god, dude, the cogs and the shackle. He already popped God's Strength, still hanging on to that BKB for the moment. Meanwhile, RCY trying to run away, stunned, controlled, chase down one. Do they have enough? MTD's being hit, but not doing anything.
Eggs.
Finally, they get him. Okay. They take down one. That's Wind Ranger dead, but also Husky starts to fall to the birds. Boris is somewhat low and immediately heals back up to full. Now Samson trying to take down Little Nick as Sunlight just dies and Boris continues to hammer away. Do they have enough to take him down at least once? Yes, they do. Wait a minute. Hold on a second now, but
they're all buying
the
back.
throne, they need to go and deal with that. The rest of them are dying. They actually make this work. Mass buybacks happened.
They're going to fight Roche, though. Like, I thought that they were going to get Roche off of this, honestly, from Wildcard, but they're deciding to come and fight this. If they kill the goons, this game is back to even. Because this is a no BKB gyro. Can Sven get here is the question. He's going to TP. It's Radiant side.
Husky is the most important hero right now in this game. If he can survive through this and get that Ice Blast onto Boris, there's a way. That has to happen, though. They're hunting. That ward, though, is placed down. Now they run forward, trying to find one. Giant's going to get caught. They bought some time. Boris hides off the sides. Boris runs in. They find him. Husky, he gets the Ice Blast. He got him. Do they have enough damage, though? Beating, trying to take him down desperately. They get him. No, the relocate back. Imperion, the save. What a play.
Now
that
MTD.
Was seconds away from death. And MTD. Imperion, what a freaking play there to get that save off in time. They're all dead. We're going to a game 3.
That felt so risky. They could have lost there.
Yeah.
Like, there was a possibility. There was some world where maybe they actually find enough to get this game back to even with Meg.